Okay, so I'm just gonna put a lesson here about the Phillips curve, where you can see the graph pretty clearly. I know that it's not super clear when we're doing the Google Meets. So we've got this inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment. Let's understand it. So we've got our standard inflation rate, which is about 3%, and our natural rate of unemployment, which is about 5%. So we're just going to use those numbers. Yes, they could shift by 1% or 2, but my phone rang. Holy cow. Biggest game for U of I basketball in years. Good luck. Who cares? You know what I mean? Loyola basketball. That's what matters. Okay, and next year, Kentucky basketball. Okay, gotcha, Bryce. Remember, it's not too late to transfer to Loyola. You could own Chicago. All right, just kidding, kind of. All right, so we've got the normal rate of inflation, 3% natural rate. This is our equilibrium point, okay? All right, currently we're in a recession. What is our inflation rate and what happened to my black dry erase? Our inflation rate is maybe about 1% and unemployment is about 8%. We'd be right about here. So here we're in a recession, okay? I'll keep the color all the same. Well, if we have a period of expansion, we might have inflation of 7% or be up here, and have an unemployment rate of maybe 3%. And that would put us right up here. All right, and this is the inverse relationship. We could put a bunch of little points in here. Essentially, this is what we call the short run Phillips curve. All right, and I'm gonna put SRPC. Just a reminder that SR is for short run. Okay. All right. So again, here's expansion. And I have a little saying about this. Philip enjoys eating ravioli. Okay. All right. Somebody tried to tell me that didn't like ravioli. I didn't believe him. Who doesn't like ravioli? You might not like a certain type of ravioli, but no ravioli? Seriously? What, are you not putting any sauce on it? This is America. We eat ravioli. Okay. All right. To get to expansion, right, it's the same situation as before. This would be an increase in aggregate demand, would take us up here to expansion. All right. To get to a recession, that'd be a decrease in aggregate demand. Okay, so this is the general Phillips curve. This is our starting point. This is the inverse relationship on the short run Phillips curve. Okay. Does everything always fall on the Phillips curve? Of course not. This is economics. We kind of make things up and then adjust as reality hits us. Okay, so I'm going to erase this graph and talk about some different situations. Okay, but we're going to still have the short run Phillips curve, I'm just not going to draw in everything. Well, let's say I have my short run Phillips curve here. Well, guess what? When Jimmy Carter was president, we were at 10% unemployment, 10% inflation. You know, this doesn't even count. It doesn't even get us far enough out there. All right. Well, what happened is the short run Phillips curve, I can't even, geez, Jimmy Carter really messed up my lesson. We're all the way out here. Okay, well, what causes that? This is the result of, remember, being way out here means we have high unemployment, high inflation. This is a terrible place to be. And just to be fair to Democrats, Richard Nixon could be out here. All right? Well, this is a result of stagflation. All right? And stagflation, as we know, is a decrease in aggregate supply. If you didn't know that, then just review. But decrease in aggregate supply, high energy prices, too much government regulation, too much corporate taxation, okay, a lot of negative things. Strikes, high labor costs, etc. Okay, so this is stagflation, when the entire Phillips curve shifts out here. Okay, so we were in this period of stagflation in 1979, 1980, and not a perfect president by any means, but at least economically, what's going to heal this is to shift this curve all the way in here, and that is through supply side economics, and to bring this curve back this way, all right? And that is to increase aggregate supply, all right? So this is supply side economics. Is going to bring us back to this happy place of low inflation, low unemployment, and we might say that this is Reagan and, yes, Barack Obama. Okay. See, I'm an equal opportunity giver here. We got a Republican, we got a Democrat. Carter, Nixon, got a Republican, got a Democrat. Okay. So Reagan and Obama both shared this low inflation, low unemployment area. Yes, last year I was able to put Donald Trump on there. Oops, not anymore. So again, we have this short run Phillips curve coming this way as a result of supply side economics, which is an increase in aggregate supply, lower taxes, lower costs of labor, lower energy prices, no natural disasters helped, peacetime, okay, all of those things, okay. All right, so that's a quick explanation of the Phillips curve. We know what happens if it's expansion or recession, it just moves along the Phillips curve, and then if aggregate supply changes, we get an entire shift of the Phillips curve. So stagflation goes out this way. Put a picture of Jimmy Carter and Richard Nixon over here. Bad, okay? And then over here, good, over by the zero, okay? The closer we get to this origin is the happy place, okay? So over here is Ronald Reagan and Barack Obama. Happy place, okay? All right, everybody, I'm gonna post this and I'll see you tomorrow morning.